What's up, guys? It's your boy D Fresh in the building. What we're going to do today, we are going to cover a simple, quick, and easy setup for you to be able to identify with throughout the session while the market is in live playing. I know you wonder all the time how when you first jump into a play, why it always go the opposite direction and you end up getting smoked out of your play. We're going to fine tune that and help you be able to perfect your entries and exits and stay in profit just a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and dive into it. But guys, before we do that, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel. That way, anytime we drop a video, you get the notification. Let's get it. What we looking for the 5-minute opening range candle. We know the market opens at 9:30. What we want to do, we want to outline every bit of that candle, that wick right there. I like to highlight the area in gold, 2 different colors. I like to highlight my 15-minute in a different color. That way I know what's going on with both of them throughout the session. You see, this is the 5-minute high. This is the 5-minute low. So now we're going to switch to the 15-minute and we're going to do the same. The high is the same. So we just want to find that low and we want to highlight that one as well. I like to use a different color as mentioned. I'm going to change this color to that. Here we go. A little whitish color, a little goldish here. What we are doing, we're going to try to identify a great setup for you to see. And guys, the biggest part of this is being patient. You have to be patient because none of these plays is just going to boom straight up and never come back down. None of these plays are going to boom straight down and never come back up. You know, you get the roller coaster ride. But what we want to do is identify something that's highly probable that once we get into, we can feel rest assured that we're going to continue on that path of our direction. And guys, none of these setups are 100%, period. I don't care what you're following, whether it's EMAs, VWAP, chart setups with volume indicators or what have you. None of that's going to be 100%. We know that. We've seen in the market, you can think one thing and then the next minute it's coming back the other direction. What we have to do is make sure we are in tune with having a plan and setting our stop losses. The moral of the story is how well you apply your risk management system to your game. So let's go ahead and get into it. We are in the 15-minute time frame. You can use this in scalping as well. We have that opening candle. It's red. You looking for down plays. So in a down play, you want to see the candle get back up to this 5-minute time frame ORB and reject off of it. We never was able to get there. We got there here, but you don't want that play. You want plays that close somewhere close to that ORB high without touching. If it touch or if it's waved down here, you ain't jumping into that play because you want to preserve profit. You want to stay in plays longer because you know once it comes down to that bottom ORB, we're going to get some type of rejection. They went through it in this case. They had that big bearish candle and they ran through it. But what happened? The very next candle, they ran that thing. They shot it back up, had a bullish. So now we're not looking at bearish plays no more. We are interested in the upside. So what you want to see on that upside, you want to see them break through that 15-minute ORB. Now we at the 5-minute. What you want to see is a candle that does not touch. It open and close, but do not touch that 5-minute ORB. You see this candle didn't touch. So this will be our entry. This next candle right here, we sitting at 590.80. Yeah, it gave us some pullback, but it never touched. It never closed. And where you want to set your risk management, you want to set it at that 15-minute ORB because you got your entry with them closing above the 5. And if we go to the 5-minute time frame, you see the same. This was that candle that they didn't touch. We jumping in right at this one right here. That's our entry. We setting our stop loss at the 15-minute time frame. And you see what happened from that point right there. Boom. We went up. We got this next candle. They tried to fake us out because, again, it's a roller coaster ride, but we didn't violate our stop loss. We're still into that play. They gradually climbed. And again, guys, anytime they hit that opening ORB, expect drama. Anytime they hit it over here, you expect drama. You expect the bears to try to stop them. But the strength is for the bulls right now. They consolidated. That's what you want to see. The consolidation, we still way above our stop loss. And what happened? Boom! We went back above it. We got a candle to close on it. Next candle, boom, boom candle. Boom! Now we off to the races. We kept gradually going up. We had a little pullback, but then what happened? Boom! They ran this thing all the way up to 594.40. That is a $4 play from utilizing the 15-minute ORB strategy. That's how I use it. Now, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, if you want to get it after this top range right here, you ain't going to capitalize as much profit, but it will still work. Once you above that 5-minute ORB strategy, you waiting on a candle to close and not touch it. I probably would have not taken any of this move up here because as far as I'm concerned, this is too far away from that 5-minute ORB. So I wouldn't have got in on that play right there. This was the play. Catching it down here. Again, guys, watch and see what happened. We drew our setup, captured our 5-minute high. We captured our 5-minute low. We captured our 15-minute low. That will be as well the 15-minute high. We're just waiting to see what goes on to the upside or downside. We're in the 5-minute. If you're scalping is a little different. You know, I know a lot of scalpers that don't set that stop loss, which, you know, you should be setting it. But if you set your stop loss somewhere up here, you was able to capture this play right here. If you set your stop loss $1 outside of that ORB high from the 5-minute, once they ran up, because they did everything we needed it to do, you came up to the ORB high and you got rejected. You ran back down to that low and then you went back up. If you looking for that downside, what you looking for is a rejection from that 5-minute. You got that block right there. It didn't touch. You set that stop loss up. You pick a spot where you want to set your stop loss, and you was able to capture this play. Yeah, it wicked outside of that 5-minute, but it came back in, and you see what happened? Boom, and you got this candle right here. That's for scalpers, but you guys that's just getting into the game and looking for a quick, easy setup, that ain't the one you want. You want to see one not touch that spot right there. It didn't touch. That's your entry. You setting your stop loss right here and you continuing the journey. Now you're in this play and you looking, oh man, I need an exit. You should be raising up your stops. Your stop shouldn't be down here no more. If we way up here, set it somewhere down here on a low candle where it wicked at, or you can set it at that 5-minute ORB. I'd raise it up to capture as much profit as I can, or this is where you add your EMAs. I follow the 9, the 20, the 50, and the 200 using VWAP. So we know once they're riding this thing, they are riding this thing. They're riding that wave. We never came up under or closed up under the 20. If you go to the 15-minute time frame, you newbies and beginners, this is the one that you want to pay attention to. You see, you got that candle. This was your entry candle right here, 590.80, and they gradually climbed. They never violated that 5-minute ORB. You still in because you set your stop loss right here at that 15, and they gradually climbed up. Now, me with my exits, what I do, and every one of you guys that rock with me, you know where I get out at. On a uphill, a uptrend, I'm getting out right here. I'm getting out on that candle right there. That candle right there tells me that danger is coming. We ready to have a short-term reversal. My job is to capture as much profit as I can. I'm getting out on that candle right there, and you see what happened? We came down. They tried to boom it back up, and they did. But you know, if you were sitting in profit right here and you stayed through all this stuff, by the time it came back to this area right here, you was making more profit right here than it did when it came back over here. So our job is to preserve profit, not give it back away. That's just one extra thing that you can pay attention throughout the session and be able to dominate once you see it. I hope this training was able to add some value to your trading plan, your trading journey. And if you know somebody out there that's struggling with entries and exits, or just need a simple setup that they can identify with throughout their journey, make sure you tag them with this video right here and be able to give them a gem to help them along their way. So, and one last thing that I want to end this thing off of, guys, in the market that we are dealing with, stop swinging. Swinging isn't it right now. Preserve the profit. That's the name of the game. Preserving your profit, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And I've been saying this probably since the market been acting wacky. We haven't had a consistent trend to the upside. So why are we, just because we get a really good bullish day where everything's breaking out and they're running, man, we need to see some consistency before we swing plays, because you know it only takes a tweet, a mention of tariffs, or a Powell sighting to completely change the game, or a data drop over the weekend or at closing, and this is exactly what it did. Everybody was talking about swinging. I'm like, no, what are y'all talking about? And man, this thing pumped all the way to 594.50. Everybody want to hold on to their plays, and market close, we got data drop that was negative, and it was unexpected. Nobody knew that they was ready to put this report out. And look where we at right now. We're sitting at 587.90. That is a $7-8 drop, and it ain't just SPY. Look at everything else. If you go to Palantir, they closed at 129. We're sitting at 124. Walmart, they closed at 98. They're sitting at 96. Tesla, they closed at 350. We're sitting at 336. Meta, they closed at 640. We're sitting at 627. Lilly, they closed at 757. We're sitting at 751. QQQ, they closed at 521. We're sitting at 513. Guys, we can go on and on with this. It's just not smart to swing right now. It isn't good. Capture your profit. I'm not saying buy 0-day contracts. I'm saying capture your profit while you have it, because nothing is promised. You never know what it's going to look like the very next day. All right, guys. If you found this content to be valuable, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Guys, I done took enough of your time, but hey, if you like sniper type, level to level, periodic breakdowns of your favorite tickers, SPY, Nvidia, Tesla, Palantir, HUT, Hood, Nike, go ahead and tap into the Discord. The link is in the description above. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button below. Subscribe to the channel. That way, anytime we drop a video, you get the notification. And as always, we're grinding. Good luck out there, and let's get it. Boom.